all them people that so-called real people. You heard of what's that nigga name? Is it something Alpha Deuteronomy? Oh, like he
all right, let me see.
His name is Alpha some shit. Like he so-called himself believing.
All right, we live.
The Most High stuff. So all what they say is just regurgitated from what the men of the Lord. I saw a dude on your comment board, bro.
He won't. But at one point, I think we were talking about.
How was he in Babylon?
Yeah.
Some reason got 2 streams saying they live.
I noticed when we were in the live, like when I would go home, they would still say that we live even though it.
Because I'm gonna have to show you how to end it when we're done. Or maybe you wasn't in the right, because I would have to log into it on my phone and then click finish event for it to be done. When you finish it, do you click finish event?
I think I click stop.
Nah, you gotta hit finish event.
I'll let you do that.
No, it's on comments.
Making sure, because for some reason it's too
Yeah.
loud. Like look, you gotta that. Alright, we good. Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us his truth and continually teach us his truth. And peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect that's laboring in his word and true sincerity. Alright, Lord willing, this could be an edifying camp. You know, this is the first camp of the year, man. You know, the year of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah turning up, man. You know, we see already how this year is getting started. You know, scoffers getting put to death. You got more scoffers, you know, popping up on the scene out of nowhere. You know, and hey, the Lord is getting ready to shut up a lot of Israelites, man. A lot of guys that's been, you know, teaching a false name, you know, that's been blaspheming his name, especially guys that know the name, you know, guys that's been leading the flock to destruction, you know, not feeding the sheep, you know, the truth. You know, the Lord is about to silence these guys, man. You know, the Lord said, like Apostle Gabar always brings out, the Lord is going to start at his house first, man. He's going to start with guys that know that they're Israelites, you know. And he's about to put the spirit on Esau to come down hot and heavy on you tribes. All right? But get Isaiah chapter 47. What you got on?
2 Peter 3 and 3.
You got it.
This is the book of 2 Peter, chapter 3 and verse 3. It says, knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lusts.
Read that again, Bubba Show.
It says, knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lusts.
Yeah, the Lord said that in the last days there would come scoffers, man. You know? And we're seeing, you know, what we've been seeing, you know, it's always been scoffers around, but it's like now it's on a whole new level, man. You know, because as the Lord take away these false prophets, these false idols, a lot of jakes is going to get, you know, offended, man. You know, you got a lot of jakes that still hold guys like Tupac as a prophet. You know, and they feel some type of way if you talk against Tupac, you know. But read that again.
Verse 3. Verse 3 again. Knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lusts.
Walking after their own lusts. You know, the scriptures speak about having itching ears. You know, you have a lot of guys that they'll follow a dude because the way he'll speak, you know, or he might not push the fullness of the scriptures. He might not say, oh, you're not supposed to smoke anymore, you know, or you're not supposed to have dreads, you know, you're not supposed to have long hair. So you'll have a lot of guys that'll follow dudes like that, you know, because he seemed cool, you know. You got it.
Verse 4 is saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of creation.
Yeah, because a lot of our people, they really don't believe that the Lord gonna come, man. You know. What that last part say? It say read it again.
It says, verse 4 again is saying, where is the promise of his coming?
Yep.
For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were.
Yeah, so people like, man, ain't nothing gonna happen. The Lord ain't gonna come back. You know, a day go by, man. What y'all talking about? You know, because ultimately these scoffers, they just unbelievers. You know, they guys that they don't believe and they jealous of the men that got the truth, man. Ultimately, that's what it is. You know, they just jealous. Hey, Yahweh Shai even said, blessed are your eyes and your ears for they see, for many men have desired to see those things which ye see and hear and have not seen them. So ultimately these scoffers, really, they desire to be a part of this, but they're not chosen. So ultimately what? They're haters, man. And that's why they be on every video, because your haters are your biggest fans. You know, really they fans at the end of the day. But they just jealous that this wasn't given unto them. You know, the scriptures say what? Reprobate silver shall men call them, because the Lord have not chosen them. And ultimately, that's what these scoffers are, man. They just reprobate silver, man. Guys is just jealous and envious that the Lord ain't dealing with them. You know?
Because you can't make yourself be a part of the elect. You can't make yourself come into this fold and understand. The Lord said, hey, if any man shall come after me, all right, or no man can come to me unless my Father draw him. You know, so it's all up to you. How about Shemi Shai, man? But I got a precept for that too.
Was that it on there?
I could go down, but that's the point.
Okay.
Real quick, just to back that up, this is Amos chapter 9. In verse 10, it says, all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword.
Yeah, all the sinners.
You know, which we're all sinners. You know, but Lord willing, when He elect, we covered by the blood of the Lamb. Because that's the only way you're going to overcome. It says that in Revelation, the 12th chapter, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb, which the Lamb is Yahweh Shai. All right? So if you ain't got the blood of the Lamb covering your sins, then you're not going to make it. You know? And it don't matter if you an Israelite. You know, just because you were Israelite. You know, because you had Israelites saying that back then, you know, because we descend from, how it go? And don't say because you are sons of Abraham. Yeah, Abraham's seed. You know? Because it's deeper than just being an Israelite. You know, you gotta be, how brother said, the elect within the elect. Because Israel is the elect chosen nation, but there's a elect within the chosen nation. Alright? And those are the only ones whose sins is covered by the blood of the Lamb. You know?
Hey, the Lord referred, you know, we're referred to, you know, as the people of the Lord, to find metals and gold and silver. But the Lord said in Ezekiel that we became as dross. All right, and the only ones that are being refined and brought back to that pureness of that, the pure metal, the pure silver, gold, are the elect. That's why the scriptures say the Lord's going to refine that third as you know, as gold is, or as silver is refined and tried as gold is tried. But guess what? To the rest, to the 2/3, they're going to be left here and melted. That's how they're going to be refined, and they're going to come back in the kingdom as children. Yeah. But verse 10 again, it says, all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent
and that sword is going to come in many different ways. Of course, we know the ultimate sword is the ICBMs, you know, the thermonuclear destruction. But even before that, a lot of Jakes going to get slaughtered by the guns. You know, which that's a modern day sword as well. You know, the Lord about to get busy on Jake, man, on 2/3, because ultimately y'all holding up progress, man. You know, y'all want to stay here in Babylon. Here it is. The Lord got His men, you know, telling you that, you know, a kingdom is being prepared for you. You know, that our King, He's coming to conquer our adversaries, you know, and put us on the top. But you, Jake, still want to stay here, man. You know, so what the Lord gonna do? He just gonna get rid of you, man. You know, he's gonna get rid of you, and Yahweh Shah is gonna gather his elect. And then, like the brother said, you're gonna come back in the kingdom. You know? What you got?
A little bit more. Verse 11 says, and in that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen.
And that's what the Lord doing right now, man. You know? The house of David is being built back. Alright? Before your eyes, man. You know? You got it?
And close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old.
Yeah, because the scriptures say that King David is going to be on the throne, man. And that's how we know that those people over there are not the true people, man. Because where's King David? You know? They say, oh, you know, the Jews, and then you got one Benjamite, and then recently they so-called say that the tribe of Manasseh returned, you know, to the land. You know, but where's King David, man? You know? It says in Hosea that the children of Israel shall return and seek David their king. You know? Because he's going to get back on the throne underneath Yahweh Shah. Alright? You got it, bro. Yeah. We'll get the silk part.
Okay, yeah. Going back to verse 8. All right, Amos 9 and 8, it says, behold, the eyes of the Lord power are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not.
And that's exactly what he's going to do, man. He's going to destroy this place from off the face of the earth. All right? Literally, because Babylon the Great is going to become a big desert, man. The biggest desert on the planet, according to Isaiah the 13th chapter. You know? You got it, bro?
It says, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord.
Yeah, he's not going to ultimately, you know, destroy all Israel, you know. He has an elect. You know, he has a remnant. Like it says in, what is that, Isaiah, the 2nd chapter? Was that Isaiah? Yeah. If he had not left a remnant, we would have been in Sodom and Gomorrah. That's why it was important what Yahweh Shah did, man. You know, and you guys that's been talking shit about the Lord, you've been denying him, you know, acting like he's just some regular guy. Hey, your time of being silenced is coming soon too, man. Because we wouldn't even be here today if it wasn't for Yahweh Shah, man. If it wasn't for him keeping that, you know, because ultimately Yahweh Shah, him dying on the cross, is ultimately what kept that covenant, man. It's what kept that oath that the Most High made with our forefathers. You know, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Yahweh Shah, his blood sealed that and kept that contract open, man. You know? So you guys that's been talking down, you know, calling him, you know, other names, you know, calling on Jesus, Yeshua, Yahya, whatever these damn names, man. You know? Hey, you on that hit list. You know, Yahweh Shem Yahushua got a lot of Israelites on his hit list, man. You know, and this may be the year, you know, Lord willing, where he's gonna send the angels to fulfill that hit list, man. You know? A lot of these guys that's heads of these false counts, man, the Lord about to take them out. You know, and they followers just gonna scatter, man. You know, and they ain't gonna know what to do. All right, which rap the news, you don't even see this damn guy, man. You got niggas getting emotional over him getting put to death, man.
Yeah, the scripture says that I shall see that teacher.
But I don't know.
A lot of us ain't even really know what this nigga look like.
Right.
I sure did.
Yeah, all I knew was that he was a scoffer, man. And he got what he deserved. You know, he in his right mind now. You know? And he's going to come back in the kingdom. He's going to be good. You know, but a lot of you other Israelites, you're going to get the same fate as rap the news, man. Really, you going to get worse. Because really, he got mercy. He didn't have to go through Jacob's trouble. He didn't have to take the Quran and be missile food. A lot of you guys, the Lord going to keep you around so that he could drop missiles on you, man. You know, so, hey, the Most High, he had it for rap the news, but he ain't have it out for him like he got it for a lot of you other guys, man. You know?
And it truly I was going to say, it truly exposed the hearts of these damn people, man. You know, they show you, like a brother did a video earlier, you know, he was like, hey, the Lord is the master chess player, because by him being put to death. Even though a lot of people didn't even really follow him, it exposed just a slew of bug outs, man. It exposed their spirits, which, hey, they don't even understand that them being a scoffer, they're playing their role, is fulfilling prophecy as well, which further strengthens our faith, because the Lord said that there was going to be false prophets and scoffers and scorners, man. And that just strengthens our faith, man. The Lord put us on game to deal with all of this, man. We already knew it was coming.
Because not everybody is of the elect. If you're not of the elect, then this is gonna sound strange to you. You're gonna come up against it because it's not for you. And that's why we were told those things. Told that scoffers, like what you had mentioned, scoffers would come, man. And like the brother said, hey, they do that to try and cause us to doubt and overthrow our faith, but really that builds us up. But you can get your precept, and you still got that verse, right? Where it say you gotta get that, But let me get your precept.
It's Galatians chapter 6. This Galatians chapter 6, verse 7. Be not deceived. Yahweh is not mocked.
Start at verse 5. 6 and 5.
It's Galatians chapter 6, verse 5. For every man shall bear his own burden. Let him that is taught in the word communicate unto him that teacheth in all good things.
So every man shall bear his own burden. Which, hold on, I think we should start up. Start at verse 3. Salaki. Verse 3.
It's Galatians chapter 6, verse 3. For if a man think himself to be something when he is nothing, he deceiveth himself.
Hey, that was right the news, man. He thought that he was some great prophet. Thought the Lord was dealing with him. Well, according to him, the Most High dealing with him. Because you know how these guys is. They just want to skip Yahushua. When there's plenty of scriptures that go into him being a mediator, to him being the only way to the Heavenly Father. But he thought that he was something. He thought he was somebody. And he was nothing, man. He deceived himself. And he deceived his followers. Because you still got guys, even after his death, he was a great prophet. If he was a great prophet, he would still be here teaching, man. You would have saw his face. He would have been on the highways and byways week in and week out, man. But hey, he deceived himself. The praise of men had him thinking that he was somebody great. Getting all them likes, all them views, all them donations. Got to his head, had him really thinking that the Lord was with him. But you got it, bro.
Just drop down the verse.
Yeah, you can go back.
All right, verse 7. Be not deceived. Yahweh is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap.
Whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. Everything that you put out is gonna come back and get you, man. That's why you want to put out good works. So that we could reap good works, man. So that we could reap, good rewards, man. Because if you sowing a bunch of, you spewing false doctrine, what does Scripture say? Every man shall give account for his words in the day of judgment. We're paraphrasing that. So, hey, whatever you sow, that's what you're going to reap. Hey, he was sowing a bunch of, confusion, just like a lot of you guys, man, is sowing confusion. Hey, you gonna get a reward for that, man. And your reward ain't gonna be beautiful. We hoping that we get the reward in Edges the second chapter. Being crowned by Yahushua, being there to drink with him when his kingdom is established. That's why we, hope and have faith, that the Lord, is gonna keep us doing the work, and we have faith that, our apostles and the men under them have the 100% truth, and we teach what we've been taught, man. Because if you just teaching a bunch of madness, doctrine that you made up, hey, you gonna reap corruption, man. But you gotta go.
Back in Amos chapter 9 and verse 9, it says, "For lo, I will command, and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations, like as a corn is sifted in a seed. Yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth."
And that's what the Lord doing, man. He's sifting the house of Israel. He's going to keep the good and get rid of the bad. So a lot of guys that's not a part of the elect, a lot of guys that's not right, the Lord just going to get rid of them, man. It's going to be more Israelite men, women, and children that's going to get put to death, man. You know, like brothers always going to Ezekiel the 9th chapter. That's going to happen in a big way, man. You know, it's going to be millions of Israelites, man, returning to the spirit world. You know, because they rejected this word, man. You know, your blood is on your hands. You know, like it says in Ezekiel the 3rd chapter. You know, we warning you, man. We getting the blood off of our hands. So whatever happens to you, you know, hey, they ain't got nothing to do with us. You know? Hey,
just a personal testimony, man. Like, man, every week, you know, I work down here, so people see me from work. And this guy came to me, right? He was like, you got service today? I was just like, yeah. He was like, man, can you send us some prayers for my mom? She supposedly dying of some disease. I was like, all right, but hey, now's the time where the Lord is about to fuck our people up, man. Yeah. All right, you're gonna have to pay for being an unbeliever, man. Yeah. You thought you were just gonna go on and on and say, okay, we're gonna ignore what the prophets have to say. We're gonna ignore the word of Yahweh Shema Shah, and the Lord is gonna. Hey, the Lord is long suffering. All right, but that judgment is starting to pour forth, man. You know, hey, it's been going on, but man, this year has kicked off. You know, so-called year has kicked off to a big start, man. You know, judgment is being sent forth. You know, and anybody can get it at any time. Like, you know, like Elder Malcolm always says, man, because this truth has gone out, man. You don't have an excuse. You don't, like the Lord said, hey, you know, hey, if I had not come and spoken unto them, they had not had sin, but now they have no cloak for their sin, man. You know, you don't have no cloak.
And like the Lord told Jeremiah, don't lift up a cry nor prayer for this people, man. Yeah, man. You know, if he was a believer, you know, that would have been different. But man, we ain't lifting up prayers for you niggas, man. You know, we understand, hey, that's judgment. Don't tell him what his mom was doing, man. Probably got hella baby daddies, you know, just been fully abusing her liberty in Babylon, man. And now that she on her deathbed, oh, they want prayers. Now they want to turn their life to the Lord. No, man. Hey, it's gonna be a lot more of that, bro. That's the spirit that you said that. It's gonna be a lot more of that, because a lot of guys, like with you know, your testimony, they know we come out here, man. They know that we deal with the scriptures, and when judgment come upon them, they gonna be asking for prayers, man. A lot more Israelites is gonna say, hey, pray for me, man. Pray for my family. You know, like they going through it.
Like that Edomite lady that came up last week, she was like, do y'all do personal prayers? Like people's family is starting to get fucked up, man.
We ain't doing that. You know? We don't come out here to pray for you people, man. Alright, we come out here to deliver the message of Yahweh Shema Shah, man. You know, and his message is that he bringing great judgment, man. Exactly. You know, now if you a believer, you know, things can be arranged, but we ain't, for the most part, man, we're not about to pray for you people, man. If anything, we're gonna pray for your judgment. You know, we're gonna pray that the Lord speed up your judgment, man. You know?
You got it. I was gonna say, hey, to bring balance, you know, because hey, like the Lord, like, you know, the Lord told Jeremiah, pray now down for this people. All right, but at the other end, man, the Lord is about to exalt his name on a high level by way of his men. There are going to be situations where people come up, and just like the acts of the apostles, as well as Yahweh Shah, they're going to heal people, and that's going to bring forth fruit, because there's still a remnant that's going to come in, you know. But hey, either way, you know, the 2/3 is still going to be greater than the third, man. You know, there's still going to be twice as many damn scoffers and scorners and mothers that just don't want to believe than there are actual believers. So that's going to come back to discernment. But hey, brothers are going to do miracles. And people are going to hear about it. Can you pray for, pray for so-and-so? And hey, you know, the Lord going to put the spirit on his men to heal those certain people that are sincere, you know?
Yep, because hey, when Yahweh Shah was here, man, you had people, you know, coming out on their beds.
Touching his garments.
Yep, touching his garments. You know, they was all in the street, you know, sick. You know, even Peter, you know, they were hoping that his shadow would pass over them so that they could be healed. But you still had guys that came up against them, man, that wanted them dead. Even through all the miracles, that's how you know that you still gonna have it. You know, but this time the Lord ain't gonna allow his servants to die, man. You know, this time he's gonna lift up that standard. You know?
That also proves, man, like the Lord said, I will go and hide my face until they acknowledge their offense, and in their affliction they shall seek me early.
Yeah.
Now you want to acknowledge the men of the Lord. Now you want to acknowledge that the Lord, that what we're teaching is the truth.
Yeah.
All right, when shit not happening to you, you don't care. You can care less.
Yeah.
You walk up and down the street, you ignore it. But then when shit start happening to you, then you think you're making a conscious effort. Like maybe those guys are telling the truth. But for a lot of people, it's gonna be too late, man.
Yeah.
Like this guy always damn talk about at my job. He know I don't eat pork. He know I don't fuck with that. He come up, I be having to cook it and shit, and he eating pork. Like you talking about, you want something? He's still scoffing. Now when the Lord fuck him up even more, then he gonna consider or kill one of his children or whatnot. He gonna be man. That's the same dude I was telling y'all the other week. He got his sack took from. He was sitting there sobbing, man. And the Lord's gonna allow his men to see these people's downfall.
And the men of the Lord ain't see, the world is so used to, simp. The men of the Lord ain't in that simp spirit, man. So when you down bad and you need a prayer or you need, divine, you need a man of the Lord to make that prayer for you, man, you gonna get laughed at, man.
We numb to that shit.
Scriptures say, like we always bring out, man, death and famine, thou shalt laugh. When we see people going through it, hey, it's Lord willing with the elect, it's going to be humorous, man. Because for the longest, we've been getting laughed at, so hey, that's balance, man. But let's go ahead and get into this, because this is the year of Yahweh Shall turning up, man. And there's about to be a lot more judgment going out. All right, so you can start at Isaiah chapter 63, verse 1. Let's start there.
Whereas Isaiah chapter 63, starting at the top. Who is that? Shalakia. Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? This that is glorious in his apparel, travailing in the greatness of his strength. Traveling? Yeah. Traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save.
Yeah. That's Yahweh Shah, man. That's Yahweh Shah. Alright? He's coming to deliver his elect. But if you're not of the elect, man, it's gonna be the most terrifying day of your life. Hey, even the elect gonna be afraid, but the elect gonna be delivered, But keep going.
Alright, verse 2. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat?
Yeah, because it's going to be a lot of judgment when Yahweh Shah comes back, man. And even before Yahweh Shah comes back, it's going to be a lot of judgment going on, But that's parabolic on how much blood going to be shed when the Lord returns, man. Because when he comes back, it's going to be war, man. According to Revelation, the 12th chapter, and there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon and his angels, because we know that our Lord is coming in the midst of the war of Armageddon, and these military forces that's going to be fighting against each other, they're going to fight against the Lord, man, and them chariots just going to be zapping motherfuckers, man, zapping planes, turning fighter jet pilots into dust, zapping people on the ground, motherfuckers getting zapped up, man. It's gonna be a lot of death going on, man. That's why the scriptures say, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord, for the day of the Lord is darkness, not light.
That's it.
Yeah. You got it.
Alright, verse 3. I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in my anger, and trample them in my fury.
It said, hold on, Salaki. It said, and of the people there was none with me. Don't it say in 2 Corinthians 13 chapter, it said, I looked and there was none to help? Roughly, I think it says that,
But
I may be wrong, but ultimately, hey, Yahweh Shah, he could do this by himself. But this is just going to be overkill. And ultimately, this is just going to be a statement, man. The Lord coming back with the archangel, Michael and the other angels coming with the fleet of angels, ultimately, this is just a flex move, man. Because the Lord can just come, man, on one ship and do it all himself. You know? But read that again.
It says, I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I would tread them in my anger, and trample them in my fury.
You said I would tread them in my anger and trample them in my fury, man. So what you put in, you ignorantly call Jesus Christ, he's angry, man. You know? He's angry at what happened to him. To him, it was 2 days ago. You know, to us, 2,000 years ago, but the scriptures say 1,000 years to us is a day in the heavens. So this is still fresh to him, man. You know, all them guys that made mockery of him, put that robe on him with the crown of thorns, and you Israelites that said, let his blood be upon us and our children. And the spirit has it to where brothers been doing videos, on guys like Rap the News and these other scoffers. Ultimately, these are those guys coming back. These are those guys that when Yahushua was here, they wanted him dead. They didn't want to go through him. They were the ones that, wanted to see him crucified, man. And ultimately, that's why they in their spirit of coming up against his men. Because they hate the Lord. And they hate the servants of the Lord. So ultimately, what's going to happen to them? They're going to be trampled in his fury, man. Read that again about Kishah.
All right, it's Isaiah chapter 63, verse 3. I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I would tread them in my anger and trample them in my fury.
Tread them in my Hey, that's a violent way to say it. He said, I'm going to trample them in my fury, man. Yahushua is meditating on this day, man. Get Revelation Chapter 1, verse 7.
I got some less Revelation.
Let him get this real quick, though. Let him get this real quick. We gonna finish all that. Revelation 1, verse 7. Because the Lord said he gonna trample them in his fury, man. Because like I said, this is still fresh to Yahushua, man. And all of those spirits that was around, that smacked them, that prophesied to us who did it, that spit on them, you did all of this to the Son of the Most High. All right, to the second in command. He's right underneath the Heavenly Father Yahweh, man. The scriptures say all angels, demons are subject unto him. You did this to this power, man. So you already know when he comes back, he's coming to bring vengeance, man. And that's why it says this. Bring this out real quick.
Revelation chapter 1 and verse 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him.
And we know what the clouds are, the chariots, man. All right? It's saying every eye shall see him. The Lord is going to cause, this is going to be a global event. It ain't going to be something to where, you have certain eclipses where you can only see it if you in this part of the world, or it got to be a certain time and you got to be up to catch it. No, this is going to be something that everybody on the planet is going to witness if you still alive during that time, because there's going to be a lot of dead bodies out here, man. But go ahead.
It says, and they also which pierced him.
Yeah, and they also which pierced him. All right. All those that put him on the cross, even those Edomites, man, that were making fun of him. All these spirits are here today, man. That's why I said, even those which pierced him.
Yeah, they cast a lot for his garments and
Yup.
whatnot. Lord, remember all that.
Yup.
It says, and they also which pierced him, and all the kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him.
Yup.
Even so, amen.
Yup. So I just wanted, to back up that point, And
I was gonna say, man, hey, these damn Christians don't understand. Why is that written if the Lord is gonna come back and be all happy and jolly and just giving everybody hugs? It says all the kindreds of the earth shall wail, man. You look into that word wail, that's like that's like a scream of distress, man.
Yeah.
That's a painful, scary ass. Like, you watch those scary movies and whatnot. When the killer tracking down a woman or whatever,
Yeah.
she screams, she wails, man. That's how all the kindreds of the earth, all right, are gonna wail because of him. Okay, not because of anything else, but because when they see him, man, it's gonna be a terrible day.
Yeah, it's gonna be a terrible day. I want to look at that word though, because I looked it up before. Blue letter. It says some of the similar words on the blue letter. I'm not even gonna pronounce the Greek word. It says bewail, lament, wail, mourn. All right. It says to beat the breast in grief. Lament, mourn, bewail.
Wow.
And that's how people gonna be, man, because they already know what time it is, man. It's time for judgment. Because every eye is gonna see that he's a so-called black man, all right, from the tribe of Judah, and they're gonna be afraid, man, especially you Edomites. Y'all gonna be the most afraid, because y'all gonna think about how y'all been treating us, everything that y'all done to us, all the, shit y'all talk about us. Y'all gonna think about all that, man. But I just wanted to prove that point, because when Yahushua comes back, man, all those spirits are here today, all right, waiting for judgment. And rap the news, he most likely was a guy that he was back there, chanting the Lord death, man. Wanting to see him die. All right, what you got, bro? Back in Isaiah.
All right, finishing off Isaiah 63 and verse 3. And it says, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my remnant.
Read that verse again from the top.
All right, it's Isaiah chapter 63 verse 3. I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. I would tread them in my anger and trample them in my fury. And their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my remnant.
Now the Lord ain't literally gonna have blood all over his garments. He ain't gonna literally come down. He gonna jump off the chariot and come and hit the ground, and a big ass shockwave go around and he's slicing everybody. Blood getting That's just symbolic on how much blood gonna be shed when the Lord returns.
Yeah, it backs that up in 2nd Esdras, where it goes into, I believe 13, where it goes into that. It says he neither lifted up sword or instrument of war.
Yeah.
But out of his mouth, meaning the mouth of the chariot, that blast of fire, those laser beams, man.
Yup.
That backs that up.
Yeah, because hey man.
Oh shit. I got something to back that up too.
Keep going up.
All right, verse 4. For the day of vengeance is in mine heart, and the year of my redeem is come.
Yeah, the day of vengeance is in his heart, man. And the year of his redeem is come. This is what Yahushua is waiting on, man. Yahushua can't wait to get his throne here on earth, man. Yahushua, man, he can't wait to inherit his kingdom, man. What the Heavenly Father gave to him. He can't wait to come deliver his men and set up righteousness on the earth. But he wants to get vengeance, man. He wants to get payback on his enemies. He wants to get payback on all those that came up against him when he was here. All right, because he went through pure hell, man. There was many times he had to flee, man, because they wanted to stone him. Our own people wanted to stone him, wanted to kill him, man. So Yahushua, he wants to get vengeance, man. And chiefly on you Edomites, because, hey, Pilate, he made a down statement to Yahushua, talk about when Yahushua was locked up and they was trying to get Pilate to crucify the Lord. Pilate went to the Lord. He was like, don't you know that I got the power to free you? And Yahushua was like, man, you couldn't have no power unless it was given to you from my Father. Roughly paraphrasing, man. Because Yahushua understood that, it was time for him to be crucified. You know, and he focused, he knew that his latter end would be that he would get vengeance, man. You know? So this is what he's been waiting on, man. That's why I say read that verse again. Verse 4.
All right, verse 4. For the day of vengeance is in mine heart.
That's all he's thinking about, man. You know? It's getting vengeance. Because the true man wants vengeance on his enemies, man. You know, and Yahweh Shah, not only is he going to get vengeance, you know, on those that crucified him, all right, on those that gave him over to the Romans, you know, hey, he gonna get all you nations, man. You know, he gonna be the first slave master, man. You know, and us being joint heirs with him, we gonna inherit you other nations as well. You know, but you got it, bro. And this is actually the verse that I was quoting that I said wasn't in the second Ezra, the 13th chapter. So Salakia for that, it was actually in verse 5 of this chapter. He about to read it.
Or it's Isaiah chapter 63, verse 5. And I looked, and there was none to help, and I wondered that there was none to uphold.
Yep.
Therefore my own arm brought salvation unto me, and my fury it upheld me.
Yep, keep going.
Verse 6. And I would tread down the people in mine anger,
Yep.
and make them drunk in my fury.
He said, I would tread down the people in my anger and make them drunk in my fury, man. Dang. Yo, the way that's worded though, man. He said make them drunk in my fury, man. You know, you people gonna know the anger of the Lord, man. Because like we always say, people think that the Lord, you know, he just sitting on these so-called Christians, they actually think that he gonna come on Pegasus. You know, they actually think when the scriptures say he gonna come on a white horse.
I got that.
Oh, you got it?
That's the
Hey,
spirit.
that's the spirit. You know? But you know, Esau, he's a carnal man. He read it and think that that's what that means. They think that the Lord gonna come on a unicorn with a big Kool-Aid man smile. You know? Just smiling, cheesing. You know?
not even sitting on the damn horse like a man sits on the horse, but sitting sideways like the women be sitting.
Got the
With
long hair,
yeah.
got the wind blowing, and he just smiling. You know, got the rainbow colored shirt, the hippie shirt, eyes red, because you know they try to make him like he was a hippie.
On the chest.
You know, that's what people think, man. But reality, they're going to see a so-called black man full of anger, man. And that's what Esau is afraid of. Esau is afraid when Jake get angry. That's why Esau, police officers, when they pull over Jake, they always have their hand already on their gun, you know, because they be ready to pull it out. Because Esau gets afraid when Jake get angry, man. Because when Jake get angry, Jake get violent. You know, Jake wanna, punch holes in the wall, break a couple TVs, kick a door down. You know how Jake get when Jake get mad. But imagine when Yahweh Shah come, man. That's gonna be an anger that the world has never seen, man.
We're gonna go in the hiding, like it says in Revelation 6,
Yeah.
man. They said they hid in the dens in the cluster of rocks, saying falling.
The elite's gonna be afraid, man, because they already gonna know what time it is, you know. Because this is ultimately what they've been trying to avoid, and they know that that's gonna happen, So they're gonna be like, man, it's over, we lost, he's coming to enslave us, And even if you do kill yourself, hey, we're gonna have the power to bring you right back in perfect health too, But you got it all.
All right. It says, and I will bring down their strength to the earth.
He gonna bring down their strength to the earth. He coming to take you other nations, chiefly you Edomites, man, out of power. But that's why I say on his head with many crowns, because all the kings of the earth is gonna fall down before the Lord, man, when he returns. All the kings of the earth.
Like it says in Malachi 1, it says, we shall build, but I will throw down. They shall call on the border of wickedness. So although you built everything up, you built your military up, you became a world power, all right, even though you built up, all right, the Lord said, I will throw down. So your kingdoms are going to come to nothing, man. You're going to see your kingdom crumble before your eyes when you see Yahweh Shai and the angels come back.
Yeah.
Man. Yep.
And that's going to be a terrible day for these Edomites, man. They're going to be trying to call Satan, you know. What do we do? Satan, Satan. And Satan going to be in the spirit world, you know, laughing at you Edomites, man. Because he didn't finish what he was sent to do. You know, he's just a servant of the Most High. All right? And once he returns to the spirit world, hey, it's a wrap. You know? It ain't going to be Satan time to rule any longer. You know? You got that precept?
Yep. This is Revelations Chapter 19. And I'm going to start at verse 10. It says, "And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai."
Yeah, because the angels, you know, they're our brothers, man. You know, that's why the angel told them, you know, don't worship me. You know.
Yep.
Got it.
It says, "And thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai worship the Most High, for the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy."
Yep.
It says, "And I saw heaven open, and behold a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True."
Yeah.
And it
When he saw, Salaki, read it again.
It says, verse 11 again, "And I saw heaven open, and behold a white horse."
He said, "And I saw heaven open, and behold a white horse." When he saw in 2 Ezra the 13th chapter, it says one realm against another. You know, he saw the chariots coming in to this realm. All right, he didn't literally see Pegasus. You know, that's how these Edomites, you know, they read that and they actually think that that's how he coming, man, on a white horse.
Yeah.
You know, white just represents purity, righteousness. You know, and horse represents power. You know, Esau even says that, you know, the horsepower and the engine, you know. So he's coming back with righteous power, man. You know. So John saw, you know, Yahweh Shai coming with the angels. You got it.
It says, "And he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True.
Yeah.
And in righteousness he doeth judge and make war."
And make war. In righteousness he doth judge, because he's bringing righteous judgment. You know, Babylon the Great getting destroyed, that's righteous judgment. You know, because this place is wicked, man. And this is the spearhead of wickedness on the earth. You know, so this place is going to get nuked. You already know our land going to get cleansed by fire. You already know Israel getting nuked. You know, and various other places, man. Because Babylon, hey, they going to shoot off missiles too. You know? So, it said in righteousness he doth judge and make war, because again, Yahweh Shai is coming to wage war on you Edomites, man. Really on all you nations. You know, he want all the smoke. Yahweh Shai, he want all the smoke with you heathens, man. You know? You got it.
Verse 12, "His eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns."
You know? His eyes, they say his eyes were as a flame of fire. So we already know who this is talking about. In Revelation, the 1st chapter, it speaks about how his eyes were as a flame of fire. So we know this is talking about the Lord. And then it said what?
"And on his head were many crowns."
Yeah, on his head were many crowns, because he's going to take all the kings of the earth. They're going to become his servants. All right? Get Isaiah chapter 24, verse 21. All the kings of the earth are going to bow down to Yahweh Shai, man. All right? Beginning with you Edomites, which are you so-called white people, you Edomites. All right? Y'all going to bow down, man. And it's going to start with the kings, man. You low-level Edomites that's over here in Babylon, we ain't really worried about y'all. We'll see y'all on the other side when y'all born again. We want the elites, you know, the ruling families, the ones that pretty much they know this truth and they hid it from us, man. The ones that's been, you know, conspiring on how they could get rid of us, or how they could destroy us, or how they could stop prophecy. These are the ones that we want, man. You know, we're gonna get the top of the line of these heathens, man. You know? You got it?
It says, verse 12 again, "His eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns. And he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood. And his name is called the Word of the Most High.
Yup, that's one of his titles. The Word of the Most High. You know, Yahweh Shah got many titles. You know, but going back on what it said, on his head with many crowns, because all the kings of the earth, once again, is going to bow down before him, man. You know, and we going to get all, man, the Andrew Jacksons, George Washington, you know, what's some more name?
Antiochus.
Yeah, oh, can't forget him. Antiochus, you know.
Alexander, all of
Yeah. Hey, even these heathen kings, man. You know,
Nero.
Xerxes. You know. Hey, even today, Kim Jong.
Nimrod.
Yeah, him, yeah.
Yep.
Hey, the best of the best, man.
Darius. It goes on.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, because it's not just talking about this time, man.
Yeah.
Those spirits are reincarnated. They're probably the leaders of these different countries, man.
Yeah.
You know, those same spirits. You know, hey, like brothers always, you know, make mention of, hey, Trump could be Nero, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's a big possibility. They, you know, they act like shit. You know,
and that makes sense because even there's a lot of articles on it where they're comparing him to Nero, you know. But yeah, all these guys, man, you know, all them Caesars, you know. Yeah. But yeah, so it said on his head with many crowns. Let's get that, Isaiah. 24 and 21.
All right, this is Isaiah chapter 24, verse 21. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall punish the host of the high ones that are on high, and the kings of the earth upon the earth.
Yeah. The Lord gonna punish all the kings of the earth, man. You know? All the kings of the earth is gonna be brought low. Alright, because what Esau has established is a joint rulership, man. Him and these other nations. You know, which he still has authority over them, you know, but he allowed them to, you know, pretty much so-called do their thing, you know, but they're all gonna fall with him. You know, you ain't gonna have just Esau get touched and then Moab still doing their own thing. No, man, all the kings of the earth. You know, you got it.
All right, verse 22. And they shall be gathered together as prisoners are together. And they shall be gathered together as prisoners are gathered in the pit.
Yeah, they shall be gathered together as prisoners are gathered in the pit. Get we gather up you other nations, you know, however we gonna do it, you know, after a while we gonna gather you all up, you know, and it's gonna say it. Keep going.
And it says, they shall be shut up in the prison, and after many days,
Hold on, Salaki, read that verse again from the top.
and they shall be gathered together as prisoners are gathered in the pit.
Yeah, in a pit, you know. We gonna gather you all up. Hey, and it might be on some 300 Sparta shit, man. Kick your ass in that pit, you know. You got it, bro.
And shall be shut up in the prison, and after many days shall they be visited.
Yeah, after many days shall they be visited. So we're gonna gather you other nations up, and and that's literal. We're gonna throw you in a pit, man. We ain't gonna make it comfortable for you. You ain't gonna have a bed, you know. Hey, it ain't even gonna be like how it is in the jail cell. You ain't gonna have a hard ass mattress and a sink and a toilet. You ain't even gonna have that shit. We just gonna throw you in a pit, man. You know? And then it said after many days shall they be visited. You know? Because ultimately, you already know, man, Jake gonna be ready to turn up. You know, Yahweh Shah said he wasn't gonna drink that wine until he drink it new with us in the kingdom. So man, we gonna be so hyped that Yahweh Shah here, that we got our new bodies, that we finally made it. We gonna want to celebrate. So we're going to gather you other nations up, and we're going to throw you in the pit. Or we might just do what the Most High did to them Israelites when we got out of Egypt, how he opened the earth and then swallowed and then closed the earth. Because we're going to have spiritual power, so we'll be able to do that. And then when we done, we can just bring you back. You know? We're going to have that power, man. But yeah, we're going to gather all you other nations, and you're going to be brought low, man.
That's great.
You ain't going to be living in a 5-star hotel. You ain't going to be, you know, comfortable. Shit, you got to go through what we went through. We came over here uncomfortably, man. Packed like sardines on ships. So you going to have to experience that. All right? You got to go. Wait, was that on there? Yes.
This is Psalms 149 and verse 5. It says, let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds.
Yep.
Let the high
And the
praises
saints are the Israelites. All right? Got it.
It says, let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth and a two-edged sword in their hand.
Yeah, let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth and a two-edged sword in their hand. Because, hey, man, we gonna go back to that. You know, in the ancient world, when we used to go to war, or when we would get a victory, you know, we would all shout, chant, you know. Like one of my favorite accounts, when they brought the Ark, the Ark of the Covenant, you know, into the camp, and then it said all Israel shouted to where it shook the earth, you know, and the Philistines got afraid. You know, that's the kind of spirit we gonna be in, man. You know, when we get delivered. All right, when we getting ready to get vengeance on our enemies, man. You already know we gonna you know. Read that again.
It says, let the high praise of the Most High be in their mouth and a two-edged sword in their hand to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people.
To execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishment upon the people. Because that's what it's all about, man. Vengeance. You know? Vengeance. But Esau make it like we the bad guy because we want revenge. Because we want vengeance. You know? You got it?
It says to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron.
There you go again. We're going to gather your kings and chain them up. You know? All these guys that's held on the high esteem, the Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, man, they gonna be slaves, man.
Elon Musk.
Yeah, Elon Musk. You know, they gonna be slaves. You know, and we are gonna congregate amongst each other. Hey, brother, guess what? I got Jeff Bezos. You remember? You remember him? I got Jeff Bezos.
Borrow him real quick.
Hey, you could borrow him, but just bring him back in perfect health. You know.
Hey, somebody gonna have the queen, the so-called queen, you know,
oh, man,
the queen of England. Hey, Margaret Sanger. You know, all these races, these Edomites that have perpetual hatred for us, man. You know. Hey, somebody gonna have Esau, man.
The first Edomite.
Somebody gonna have Esau. And that's gonna be how shot.
Hey, rightfully so. Rightfully so.
Is this the man?
And all Edomites gonna hate him. and I can see, you know, us having him and be like, hey, this the man that sold the birthright. Everybody gonna hate him. Even his own people. Man, why'd you sell it? Why couldn't you just be patient?
You're gonna make their ass watch it, you know. Play it on the playback.
Play it over.
Hold on, play it back real quick.
And we're gonna be laughing. Oh man, we're gonna have his ass probably hanging in the air, you know, tied up or some shit. And we watching it, drinking wine, laughing. We seeing Esau and, you know, asking Jacob for the what was it? Hebrews 12:16 to say for one morsel of meat he sold his birthright, you know, for some meat that wasn't even done, you know, and we're gonna be laughing.
And that show that you are the Edomites, man. Trust me, I'm working on my beat, bro. Esau did not order their steak. no more than medium rare.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You feel me? And they get mad they literally, I'm telling you,
Yeah,
they get mad at Jake because a medium well done steak or a medium well steak, all right, it takes longer to cook, and they get pissed off about it.
Yeah, they do.
They get pissed.
They do.
That's not, you're ruining it.
Yeah.
You're ruining it.
I've been to the steakhouse and they ask how you want. I say, well done. Are you sure? Are you sure?
Yeah,
You keep down asking, are you sure? You know, and you can't even, you know, you go to crowd, you can't even get a steak because they all them Edomites up there getting them.
The bloody,
you know.
man.
Yeah, they like them rare.
They have like the different temperatures. They got I think the lowest one is rare cool. They put that bitch, they sear it on each side for 10 seconds and serve that shit. That shit it wouldn't even be like, because the degrees, like for it to be well done, it's gotta be like 130, 140 degrees. They be getting it like 70, 80 degrees. Like it ain't even cooked. You know, I heard one Edomite, he said you something like you sear it on both sides, you know, talking about you slap it on the ass or something and serve it, man. Like that's Esau, man.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, man. Hey, we gonna do all that, and we gonna laugh. We gonna pour up, you know.
Damn, man.
We gonna have all of our enemies in our hands, man.
No, it's a name.
Somebody gonna have Goliath.
Yup. Hey, Pharaoh.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Somebody gonna hide him.
Yup.
You know.
Man.
Shoot, man. We're gonna have them all, man. We're gonna have all our enemies.
That's that fuck. He gonna work hard.
Yeah.
We gonna work him
They
hard.
gonna be working. They gonna be working.
Like Elder, but that's not
We're
what I
gonna
say.
get pissed off.
Hey, like the script say, you know, we shall meditate, you know, wills and meditate terrors.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, brothers gonna have different, you know, and that's, hey, the kingdom not gonna be boring, man.
No.
You know, hey, brothers, like, hey, once the kingdom even is built up, man, gonna have you doing little, just grievous tasks, man. Like Elder Menazza about when it stuck with me, he said he gonna put his Edomites in a room full of potatoes, and they gonna have to just peel potatoes all day. Just shit, whatever you like, man. Each brother gonna have something different, you know, that they want to do. But hey, the Lord said He's gonna reward these damn Edomites double, man.
Yeah.
You know, for what they've done to us.
Cause we gonna get pissed off just knowing that they ruled over us.
Yo, managers and shit. You
Yeah.
know, managers that you know was pissing you off, they fucking with you, man. You gonna put it in, you might put it in their mind to remember who you are.
Yeah.
Alright, and they gonna know they fucked up.
We gonna have that power.
And they gonna wish that they were harsher on us, because we ain't showing no mercy.
Yeah, we ain't showing no mercy.
These devils, they have shown mercy. They still show mercy.
Scriptures say, hey, get that real quick. James Chapter 2. Oh, you about to get it?
Where's it?
James, you still got that song, right?
Yeah.
James 2. You know, I think it's 15. I think it's 15. He shall have it. No, 13. James 2 and 13.
Yep. This is James chapter 2 and verse 13. For he shall have judgment without mercy, that he showed no mercy.
Yeah.
Yo, it's like it that have showed no mercy,
Yeah.
and mercy rejoices over judgment, or it's like it rejoices against judgment.
So they gonna have judgment without mercy, man. We're gonna show you what it's really like to hate somebody, man. Because we're gonna have the Most High's hatred for you Edomites within us, man. Because the scriptures say we're gonna do unto them according to His anger in Ezekiel the 25th chapter. So if we're going to do unto them according to the Most High's anger, that means that, man, the hatred we're going to have for you Edomites, man, it's going to be a hatred that the world never seen. And like the brother said, man, we just going to have them doing shit just to do it, man. Like we always say, we're going to have them carrying boulders for no reason. You know,
turn big rocks into little rocks.
Yeah, Edomite ain't going to build your palace, man. Because an Edomite building your palace, that's hey, your palace is defiled. Because hey, in the law, we ain't even supposed to touch a pig. Because you know a pig is an unclean animal. So hey, Esau is a pig, man. You know, so his ass, he gonna be way out there. Man, we might just have him on another planet, man. The kingdom is gonna be way beyond our imagination, man. You know. But just speaking, because we are going to inherit these other planets, and different planets got different terrains and different, you know, type of weathers, man. So we might have them on a planet that got 3 suns, You know, and it's lava everywhere. You know, just to watch them suffer, man. That's the type of shit we gonna do. You know, I want to link up with the bro, drink some yayan, and watch our enemies suffer, man. And that's gonna be a beautiful day. And then by nighttime, you know, we got their daughters, man.
Hey, just like during the time of the Romans, they would put us in the you know, different events, the Coliseum and whatnot, different gladiators. Hey, for their entertainment, you know, we gonna have their ass doing that, man.
They would watch us fight lions. You know, they would throw all kind of animals in there. Hey, we gonna do worse than that. We gonna have giant spiders. Hey, on some King Kong shit. That movie where they had that giant spider. Hey, we gonna have shit like that, man. You know?
Reenact phase.
We gonna the platform.
The platform, yeah.
We gonna do that.
Hunger Games.
Going down here.
You know, where they just watch it and they cheering on. You know, hey, gonna send their ass in there. You know, one from they strongest warrior from each nation. You know, and have their ass fight to the death.
We gonna have entertainment. and then the prize might be you get 20 minutes of rest, 20 minutes of no work if you win. Yeah, 20 minutes to eat your dung cake. You know, give them 20 minutes, eat their dung cake, and send them back to work. What you got?
Back in Psalms 149, in verse 8 again, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with feathers of iron.
Yup, bind their kings with chains and their nobles with feathers of iron, man. And it ain't gonna be no luxurious chains, man. They ain't gonna be wearing no 24 karat gold, you know, Cuban link.
Rusty ass.
Yeah, it's gonna be a thick, rusty chain, man.
Just like
chain gonna be so rusty that as soon as it hit your skin, you gonna break out. You gonna get a skin disease, and it's gonna leave marks all over you.
Yeah, it ain't gonna be light either, man.
And before we chain you with it, we gonna beat you with it. Before we chain you up. Hey, you remember that video you sent a while ago where some dude it was like a chain and it made a loud ass noise? We gonna, man, and imagine with the type of strength we gonna have.
Snap it, man.
Man, we're gonna have to learn. That's another thing. You know, I just speak as a man. You know, just joking. Really, we're gonna have to learn how to control our strength, because we gonna be new to them bodies, man. You know, so you might you punch an Edomite, you ain't even mean to punch him that hard. You know, he fly all the way to a moon or something. You punched him so hard, you like, damn. You know, gotta have the angels tell you like, look, no, you know, just joking.
What you got? Verse 9, to execute upon them the judgment written.
Yeah, the judgment written. All right, because this is your judgment. All right, beginning with you so-called white people, you Edomites. This is your judgment. So we're going to rejoice when we execute this judgment, because all nations rejoice when we fail, man. That was a terrible time when all of our enemies just came against us, you know, and brought us into captivity. Many of times, you know, not just the transatlantic slave trade. Even before that, man, it was times where we were invaded and, you know, our families were killed and we were taken to another land, man. You know? So, hey, all you nations, man, y'all got to pay for all that, man. You know? You got to go.
It says, verse 9 again, to execute upon them the judgment written. Yep. This honor have all his saints.
Yep.
Praise ye the Lord.
This honor have all his saints. So even guys like Rap the News gonna get his hands on some heat. You know? Because the good thing is that the mercy of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is great. So even 2/3, they're gonna come back in the kingdom. You know? Now we hope that we're a part of the first fruits, man. We want to be there from the beginning. We want to be there. We want to be a part of Revelation, the 21st chapter. All right? When John saw the elect coming down from the ships, all right, coming down on the earth, man. That's what we hope that we're a part of. You know? But you got it. Was that it?
Yeah, that was one of them. What kind
Yeah, so
I was looking for that scripture where it goes that, you know, that basically, you know, all the nations, they hiss and clap their hands at us.
oh, Lamentations, the second chapter.
I thought it was,
Lamentations 2.
This is Lamentations Chapter 2. And I'm gonna start at verse 15. It says, all that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their heads at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth?
Yeah.
It says, all thine enemies have opened their mouth against thee. They hiss and gnash their teeth. They say, we have swallowed her up. Certainly this is the day that we look for. We have found, we have seen it.
Yeah, that's the day that they look for, man. Because before, it was known that we are the people that we are the only people that have a power, man. All nations knew about what our power did to Pharaoh. All right? And they were afraid. You know, even what was the harlot name? The harlot when the spies went to spy the land, and she pretty much, you know, looked out for him. But she made a statement that how, you know, her people was afraid because they heard what our power had did. Just to prove a point, you know, that these other nations, they knew, you know, of our power, man. You know, and that's why they also call them terrible demon-like power. You know, and you had that account in Judah, the 5th chapter, where, you know, they said that, you know, if these people serve their power, there's nothing you can do against them. You know, so this is what they looked forward to, man. That's what it is. You know, and now that we on the bottom, these other nations don't want us to come up because they know once we come up, they going down. And that's ultimately why these other nations, they're in cahoots with Esau and his NWO, but ultimately it's you know, everybody wants power, so they're all going to turn against this place and destroy it, you know. But I'm gonna go to Pastor.
So yeah, man, you know, his brother brought up earlier, man, you know, we got a lot of scoffers and scorners coming out the woodwork, man. But a lot of them look like straight niggas with demons on them, man. Glossy-eyed, dreads, weed-smoking niggas, man. Alright? But they don't understand where the purpose of why we doing this works. You know, we trying to receive salvation, man. Alright, you know what's going on? You know, you got the Omarion and the I Hate You going around. Alright, you know what, you know, a lot of brothers, you know, we still are skeptical, man. Because we can't believe every word this devil say, man. You know, but hey, man, you know, a lot of brothers getting, you know, coming down with colds and flus more than normal, man. All right, so that's how you know it's something going on, whether they spraying something in the air or something, you know, that's sinister going on, man. But that's why we stay prayed up, man. Do the things we need to do to stay in this truth. Because hey, man, you know, life and death. You know, hey, man, the Most High got control over life and death, man. You know, so you have some guys, you know, they'll get sick and they'll perish, you know, but you got some guys, they'll get sick and then a couple days later, you know, they back healthy, up moving, man. All right, show you, man, hey, man, we continue to have that faith, hey, we'll be protected, all right, these last days, man. You can get, Ezekiel Ezekiel 5 and 12, and also with Ezekiel 5 and 12, and Ezekiel 12 and 16.
This is Ezekiel Chapter 5 and verse 12. It says, a third part of thee shall die with the pestilence, and with famine shall they be consumed in the midst of thee. And the third part shall fall by the sword round about thee. And I will scatter a third part into all the winds, and I will draw out a sword after them.
Yeah, man, so a lot of people, you know, going to die with the pestilence, you know. So that's what's going on. You know what a pestilence is? It's a disease. You know, a lot of times it comes from you know, an animal. They try to say that this thing came from bats. And they trying to say it's a new well, not a variant, but they trying to say it's a new bird flu going around. You know? So hey man, so you know, a third part of these shall die with the pestilence, and with famine shall they be consumed in the midst of thee. And you know, little people know that they causing a famine in these storehouses, all right, by raising up the prices. And it's not certain things that they don't put on the shelves anymore, man. But people ain't looking at that. You got so many people, all right, when they get out of work, the first thing they doing is going to these damn fast food restaurants. The line is wrapped all the way around the building, all the way into the road, man. All right, so hey man, a lot of people in their mind that they're on that fast food. All right, people want it now, and that's even equated in this truth. People want fast food doctrine, man. All right, and a lot of that fast food doctrine got a lot of bullshit in it, man. All right, a lot of worldly shit, a lot of shit that Esau threw out. The planet Nibiru and all that bullshit, man. All right, trying to tell you, to believe in yourself. You a creator, man. That's some bullshit. All right, that's you trying to put power in your own self. All right, make it seem like you got control of your own destiny, but that's not true. Especially to you damn Edomites, man. Y'all ain't gonna be able to escape this ass whooping that's coming, man. All right, and it said in the third part shall fall by the sword around about thee, and I will scatter the third part into all the winds, and I will draw out a sword after them. So, hey man, if you not a man of the Lord, all right, or if you a 2/3 or a heathen, man, it's nothing but straight destruction coming for your ass, man. Are you gonna fall by the sword? Whether your ass gonna get gunned down? All right, some crazy shit might happen to you, or the Lord gonna scatter you. Into all the winds. When the wind get blowing, hey man, there ain't no telling. You ain't got no control what direction you going into. All right, just like one of the prophets saw the destruction that the Most High can cause. He saw basically a vision of the ICBMs hitting. He said, was the Most High mad at the trees? All right, so that's how bad it's gonna be when them nukes hit, man. Everything is getting blasted away, blasted back to the elements, man. All right. Get Ezekiel 12:16.
I got it.
All right.
This is Ezekiel Chapter 12, verse 16. But I will leave a few men of them from the sword, from the famine, and from the pestilence, that they may declare all their abominations among the heathen, whither they come, and they shall know that I am the Lord.
All right. Is that 12 and 16?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, the Lord, all right, the Most High, through the spirit and power of our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shah, might have people, they might, escape the famine and pestilence. They might get sick, but they get healed. But that's only to keep them around so they can see and profess, the works that the Most High gonna bring on the earth, man. All right, like say that, Nate. They getting emotional, but we ain't said nothing different about them than we haven't been saying, man. All right, that's what they don't understand, man. We don't give a damn if he, if he have a pestilence or he's sick. But hey, man, this word still gonna go out. We still gonna correct where they doctrine go off on, man. All right, so it's very well Nate may heal up, but hey, man, it's gonna be unto him. If he gonna start speaking correct doctrine, or he just gonna live another day to be destroyed for another day. All right, whatever the Most High see fit, man. But this is the year of the turn up, man. The Most High ain't playing, man. He turning up, man. All right, this is a scary time. You come down with a pestilence. Hey, man. Hey, this ain't the time to be joking. All right, because your days are numbered, man. And you see a lot of people that do perish of this pestilence. They have a lot of health ailments, man. All right, they already got different sort of plagues on them. All right, and that's by the way of you taking these yabs and these boosters, man. Alright, it's gonna go further weaken your immune system, but that's what they want. Because a lot of you people, y'all already not built for the fight, man. You got a lot of people smoking weed, smoking cigarettes, alright, smoking vapes, and that's weakening your immune system, your respiratory system.
Yeah.
So let a bug, a virus get up in there, you through. Alright? Get Jeremiah what it says, the shall be cast out as dung. That's how it's gonna be, man, these last days, man. Hey, these bodies about to be dropped, man. Get Matthew 24.
It's Jeremiah chapter 25, verse 33. And the slain of the Lord shall be at that day from one end of the earth even unto the other end of the earth.
Yeah, so the slain of the Lord gonna be from one end of the earth to the other end of the earth. Alright, so this gonna be a worldwide thing, man. Alright, that's why I say it's gonna be a time that has never been before. Because this judgment is coming on the earth, man. It's gonna be death everywhere, man. Alright, it's not gonna be just concentrated to one area, one town, one city, man. There's gonna be multiple countries, multiple cities, multiple towns, man. Alright? Continue.
It says, they shall not be lamented, neither gathered nor buried.
Yeah, so they're not going to be lamented, nor gathered, nor buried. Nobody going to be crying for the dead, man. Alright, they're not going to be lamented. They ain't going to be, they ain't even going to bury the dead. Alright, so that shows you that everything that's going on right now is not going to go down in that day. Because what happens when somebody dies now? They'll lament and cry for them. That's what they did to rap the news. The damn nigga, man. But they getting their emotions tied into it, so they lamenting for the dead, man. That's what our people love to do. They like to do what the heathens do. The heathens lament and cry to the dead. Alright, that's what the northern tribes do. Issachar and them have a day of the dead where they cry and mourn for the dead, the people that perish, man. That ain't, man, that's wicked, man. Alright, you howling for the dead, but you don't know that they up there in the spiritual world, good. Crying and howling for rap the news, but he in the spiritual world, he believe in what we believe in. He know the truth now. Alright, he know that there's gonna be a time where the Lord gonna come and he gonna redeem the elect. He know about the elect. He know about the 144,000. He know about you 2/3 about the perish. All you people that's howling and crying for him, he's shaking his head at y'all because y'all don't know no better, man. Y'all as just vessels fitted for destruction. Alright, continue.
It says, they shall not be lamented, neither gathered nor buried. They shall be dung upon the ground.
Yeah, they're gonna be dung upon the ground. Y'all people don't hear that, man. Y'all too emotional about the little things we say, because really what people get emotional at the truth, it's small matters, man. A matter that's really ain't all that, It's not really, all the scriptures is important, yes, but considering to what we need to know in these last days, it's not important. Alright? We'll even get on, speak on Isaiah 4:1. Alright? That's going to go down, but brothers ain't really, caring about, how many women they going to have in that day. Like what the scriptures say, everything is lawful to me, but it's not coming into, man.
Exactly.
Alright?
Like it says in Matthew, seek the kingdom of the Most High, and all these things shall be added unto you. Alright, yes, brothers are going to end up with women, brothers are going to end up with substance, alright, when everybody else is catching hell, but that's not things that we really worried about. No, that comes with serving Yahweh Shema Rashad in spirit and in truth, man. Alright, you seeking that kingdom, because ultimately, we know, hey, all this shit, anything that we even get on this side, we can't take none of this shit with us, man. We're not taking, we're not that we're supposed to be with. They're coming for the point of childbearing, man. They're allotted to be saved due to childbearing. But we, hey, that's what Isaiah 4:1 is about. It ain't about having no damn. It's not like it's a damn rap video or something. Look how many women I got, because hey, Esau rolling on you. You gotta go, girl. You gotta be nimble. Like the scripture say, we're gonna be pilgrims upon the earth, man. Alright, and if you can't, I'll wait, man. And
what are people worried about now? Getting a bag. you know, running that money up. Soon it's gonna be worthless, man. You know, all our people trying to get into, you know, ain't nothing wrong with that, you know, cause hey, man, it's always ways, you know, to make your situation better. But don't put your all into it like you banking on that. If this don't work out, I don't got nothing else. All right? You know, you got a lot of people putting their whole life in things, and it's gonna end up messing them up in the end. All right, you can go ahead.
All right. This John chapter 12, verse 25. He that loveth his life shall lose it, and he that hateth his life in this world shall keep it unto life eternal.
So yeah, so if you love your life, you shall lose it. All right, and if you hate your life, you shall gain it unto life eternal, man. So you love the way the world is going right now. You feel like, oh, you know, I'm not bounded by this job no more. I can quit. I can start my little business up, you know, and all these things. You know, hey, that's a way. You know, hey, it says that a gift to show up the heart, and that's a gift for you to leave your 9 to 5. And you start, say a woman start up a boutique or whatever. Start you up a little side, because all it is just a side hustle at the end of the day. Okay, but you got some people really putting they all into that. They putting all their eggs in one basket. All right?
Them motherfuckers that was scamming off them PPP loans, they go, hey, they getting caught, hey, the IRS catching up to them and sending their ass to jail, man. Because they trying to chase the bank. Jake actually took that PPP loan and started a business with it. No, they went and blew it on dumb shit, man. You know?
Right.
Yeah, man, and it's catching a lot of you Jake up. All right, and you know, a lot of our people are ignorant, so they don't know what the hell going on, man.
No, man,
all right, so hey, man, you know, all it's gonna do is be a new thing come along, you know, that Jake try to think of like it's gonna give them a leg up, but you know, the devil Esau, he put certain things, snares and traps in the way to catch, you know, what we call what they call the undesirable. Really, all of Jake is undesirable, but they know it's easy to get you ignorant niggas, man.
Yep.
All right, you know, that's what they really be gunning for, man. But a man that have wits, that have smarts on, hey, man, Esau got to move a certain way around them. All right, you know, they gotta, you know, they can't use them tactics on us, man. All right, but they knew they got tactics in the way to get you 2/3 out the way, man. What else you holding?
I got this another verse. If any man serve me, let him follow me, and where I am, there shall also my servant be. If any man serve me, him will my Father honor.
So yeah, man. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to honor the Most High, man. We're trying to serve the Heavenly Father, man. We're trying to serve the power that can destroy us at any day if He see fit. All right. If we stray from doing the work, all right. You know, we stray from, you know, pushing His words. You know, if we just don't put our emotion into it, as in, you know, putting our own thoughts into things. You know, that's why after the Spirit, Apostle Ramlaw came out with that video, man. All right, keep it spiritual, man. All right, that's all we got to do. Don't get to a mode where, you know, it be about you. You know, yeah, the scriptures say, you know, cast not off your confidence. All right, but still, man, with that, you know, we got to constantly. That's why I say we got to examine ourselves. You got to constantly check your ego, man. You know, check your pride at the door. All right, before you come to the house to serve the Lord, you got to check all that at the door, man. All right, even before you do a video, put a video up before you come out on the byways and the highways. All right, you got to make sure you put that pride to the side, man. Cause you still got prideful niggas in this thing, and they sincerely think they doing the work, but they don't understand that pride is destroying their heart, their mind, man. That's why you got certain guys that they losing oil. Why? Because their spirit not in this, man. They in this for the wrong reasons. If you in this to truly serve the Most High and the Son, hey, you good. If you in this sincerely to do the works, you know, out of the love of the Heavenly Father and what He done for us, you know, you good. It's like where Apostle Elder Manasa Zakba said, you know, what stuck with him, you know, was a guy in the truth. that said that this is the best thing that ever happened to him in his life. This is the best thing that ever happened for him, man. And that's what a lot of us can say, man. This truth is where a lot of us found ourselves, man. Found a purpose, man. Alright, we ain't out here just walking around willy-nilly, like a chicken with his head cut off trying to be a follower, man. Because a lot of men that came into this truth, we're not followers, man. Alright, we was to a certain extent coming up through school, through the food system, but we're not followers at heart. We follow Yahweh Shah Mashiach. That's the only man that we follow, man. Alright, we have elders and apostles that we learn from to keep us on track. Alright? You know? But let's get Matthew 16. Yeah, let's get Matthew 16 and 24.
Alright. It's Matthew chapter 16, verse 24. Then said Yahweh Shah to his disciples, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me.
Yeah, so if you come after the most Yahweh Shah, you gotta deny yourself, man. You gotta check yourself. You gotta deny, if you think that, oh, you Billy Badass on the block, you gotta deny that, man. Because how can you serve your master if you thinking on a level above your master, you think you over your master, you can't willingly serve. Alright? That ain't gonna demean you that you're not as powerful. Alright? Because hey, when we get in them new spiritual bodies, we gonna be, we're gonna be powerful, but we're not gonna be on the level of Yahweh Shah. But that ain't gonna demean the power that we have. We just respect the power that's over us. The one that have authority over us. It's all about respect, man. Alright, ain't nothing wrong for another man to respect another man. Alright, ain't nothing soft in that, man. But 2/3, they can't respect them, man. All they gotta do is just communicate, man. That's how a lot of Jake die, man. So they don't know how to communicate with another. They want to get soft and effeminate. That's why the Lord said, no effeminate gonna inherit the kingdom of the Most High, man. But you ain't gonna bring that soft shit in the kingdom, which is not even possible. Alright? But you guys that's always salty, talking shit, thinking in your head, that, hey man, I'm better than this brother, I'm a better prophet than that brother. You ain't coming on the chair with that shit. Alright? And it said to take up his cross and follow me. You gotta take up your cross and follow the Lord. The Lord, he took up his cross and bare his cross, but we gotta bear ours. So whatever you going through in this hell, because every brother got a certain vice or something that he dealing with in the flesh, man. But you gotta take that, bear it, and conquer it, man. Alright? We go through certain things for a reason, because it builds us up, man. And hey man, you gotta fall sometimes. Alright, sometimes you gotta get knocked down a peg, man. That's how you stay humble, man. Alright, you ain't gonna be able to stay on track if everything going good, everything runs smooth, but you ain't going through no hell. Hey, you gotta start looking in the mirror like, dang, if your life perfect, hey, that's a scary thing, man. You be like, what? I ain't going through no hell. I don't see that. Like, you can't even tell that you plagued in the mind. You can't tell when a demon put a thought in your mind. That's how these niggas act, man. Alright, they can't tell when they plagued in the mind. They do everything that come in their mind. And they don't think nothing wrong when they commit adultery, but they don't think nothing of it, man. That's real dangerous, man.
Yeah, the Lord refers to them as bastards, man. Those that don't receive chastisement, you're a bastard and not a son of the Most High, man.
Yeah.
And so the Lord loves it, he chastises it, man. And that's a part of this thing, man. But also, like, to make the analogy of how are muscles built up? When, you exercise and whatnot, how is it built up? The biology of it is, when you exercise, when you do those reps or whatever, it's breaking down that muscle tissue to be built back stronger. So how can you be built stronger if you're not broken down?
Yep.
The Lord sends us through trials, breaks us down, humbles us, and then he strengthens us, man. Yep. And in the end, all right, we're gonna be righteous judges, man. We're not gonna have a chink in our armor, so to speak. We're not gonna have a weakness, man. When we get those new bodies. But we're being broken down now. We're in that lowest state. And the ultimate example of that was our Lord Yahweh Shah. Like the brother Shakan mentioned, that's the second most powerful being in all of existence. And he came lower than anybody could ever come, man. And now he's going to be exalted more than all of us, and rightfully so. He deserves that. He was broken down, you know, and now he has that ultimate power, man. And like the brother, you know, like we were going into, he's going to come back with that power, man. And he's going to strike fear into the hearts of everybody, man. Everybody's going to fear our Lord Yahweh Shah, man. You know?
So you want to, Matthew 16?
It's Matthew chapter 16, verse 25. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it.
Yeah. So he that gain, what said the top again?
So I said, for whosoever will save his life shall lose it,
Save his life for our sake.
and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it.
Yeah, so for y'all trying to save your life, y'all losing y'all life by the way of this gab, man. Alright? So y'all clearly taking something that's destroying you at your own detriment. Alright, out of fear of, you know, y'all already had fear, of losing your possessions, losing your job, man. But it's causing you to lose your very own life, man. Alright? But us that pretty much forsaking our life, we basically counting on, betting on that, hey man, you know, we gonna come to a point, to a fork in the road where we're gonna lose everything regardless. So that keep us from falling in these snares and entrapments of this devil, man. Alright? You know, put on that whole armor so we can escape the wiles of the devil, man. His devices, man. Alright, so we lost our life, but we gonna gain it, man. Alright, we're not trying to save our life. Like the brothers, you know, we may even get sick here and there, and you might think you got the thing that's going around. Alright, but out of that faith, you know, we don't go first thought in our mind, we not running to no damn hospital, you know, no doctor. Alright, and if you do get checked up, you gotta supplant so you don't, you know, come off like, you know, that you're in fear. You know, you ain't putting faith in the Most High. It's like I always bring out what that nurse told me, that dude. Alright, he said, you know, be careful of what you look up, basically on the internet, or basically be mindful of your symptoms, because sometimes you'll go to the doctor and say, oh, I'm feeling this and feeling that, and then that's when you done messed up. Like say you go to the doctor and you be like, oh, I think I got the thing going around. You know what they gonna do? They gonna suggest you take that gas, man. And if you don't know how to supplant out of that, man, your ass might be like, man, you might lose faith and you might take that shit, man.
They even taking them fucking tests, man. Taking them, Salaki, brother, taking them tests. Like people are like these damn peons at my damn job. Well, I think, bro, they had like the common cold just don't exist anymore. You know, you take that thing, you take a test, you taking a test to see whether you got it or not. When they didn't already came out and said that they be having false positives, you know. So that, hey, how can an asymptomatic person have the shit? If you really have it, you're gonna be sick as fuck, you know. You got people, you know, they ain't got no symptoms. Yeah, they said I got it, you know. Man, you damn dumbasses, man. You know, so you going like the scriptures say, woe to him that go down to Egypt for help, man. You ain't supposed to be going to those physicians of no value, man. No, don't be fooling with them damn hospitals, you know, because they'll say you got, and they stick you on that ventilator, and that's what's killing a lot of people, man. Them damn ventilators, you know.
We get verse 26.
Verse 26, it says, for what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul?
So what you giving in exchange? What you giving in exchange? It's like, yeah, what you giving in exchange to you know, take the thing to keep your job? What you losing? You losing your rights, man. You giving something up. That's why in Kazakhstan and all these other countries, in Europe, even in Switzerland, these various places, people are protesting because they know that they're losing their rights, man. You know, they tell you gotta take this thing in order to go places, man. You know? And that's what you Babylonians don't understand, man. Your rights is getting taken before your very eyes. We losing the freedom of speech. You know, the famine of the word is coming, man. It's nigh upon us, man. Alright, so what is a man profited if he gain the world and lose his own soul? So y'all thinking that y'all gaining the world, but you losing your soul. You losing your morals and integrity by the day. All right, they telling you, oh, if you can't do such and such unless you take this. But as us being men, a man is not bounded, don't have them type of boundaries on him. You can't tell a man, I'm speaking as in layman terms. You can't tell a man he can't go somewhere unless he has so and so. Well, that man be like, well, I take my business elsewhere. I don't have to come here. You're trying to bound me to be bound by something that's not technically a law. All right, that's taking your rights away, man. And that's why these Edomites is highly pissed off, man. These heathens are highly pissed off because they normally, a lot of them in these foreign countries, I'll say a lot of them in the Middle East, a lot of them live off the land.
I'm going to right now.
All right, and that's what this damn devil do. All right, he made it to a point where we used to live off the land, but now we bounded by this modern life, man. And this not really living. Y'all gonna find that real soon. This modern life is not life, man. All right, we are slaves. Everyone in this society is a slave to some sort of extent. But let's keep going, man. So what you gonna give? What shall a man give in exchange for his soul, man? So hey, man, you gotta think of what you're losing to keep your life, man. All right, Matthew 24.
All right, this is verse 17.
24. We about to Matthew. We gotta get 24, but 16. Matthew 16, 27.
All right, 27. It says, "For the Son of Man shall come in the glory of his Father with his angels."
Yeah.
And then he shall reward every man according to his works.
Yeah. So the Son of Man shall come in the glory of his Father with the angels, with his angels. So that's who we call Jesus. All right, which that's not his real name. He coming in the glory of his Father. All right, with the angels, man, with the holy angels. So that's when they come in when they crack them clouds. All right, on the so-called UFOs, which are the chariots of the Most High. Continue.
It says, "Verily I say unto you, there be some."
Oh, you did read that part. My bad. So yeah, she kind of threw me off, but she was serious.
Got her ass out of there quick, brother.
And then said, then he shall reward every man according to his works. All right, so we waiting for our Lord Yahweh Shah to come and give us a reward, man. That's a reward from doing this, man. All right, really at the end of the day, we're not really doing it for a reward per se. We doing this because we want to get the hell up out of here, man. We doing this because we realize that this not living, man. We've been force fed a lie pretty much our whole life, man. And we want the Lord to correct this, man. We want the Lord to get his glory, man. He been blasphemed for roughly 2,000 years, man. What I'm saying, Job, they cover up the faces of the judges thereof, man. We want to see that's one of the the blessings, it says, to see, your children, to grow, all right, and to see the downfall of your enemies, man. So that we want to see, man. We want to see the downfall of our enemies, and we want to live to a point where we can enjoy our children, enjoy our women, and enjoy life, man. That's all that we want as a man. All right? And Esau can't even let us have that, so his ass got to go, man. Continue.
It says, "Verily I say unto you, there be some standing here which shall not taste of death till they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom."
So verily it's going to be some of us, standing here on the byways and the highways, all right, that's not going to taste death, all right, going to survive all the way to be the first fruits of the kingdom, man, all right, and for that to happen, you can't be fearful of these things that's coming on the earth. All right, like what I brought up, man, a lot of us been sick. We could have had the thing that went around, but the Lord, preserved us, man. So that would keep our faith going even more, man. There's a lot of people, once they get it, get something as little as a fever, and they out of here, man.
That shit starts in the mind, man.
Yeah.
Really. You know, that mind is powerful. And a lot of times, if you think you about to be sick, you'll end up sick.
For real,
you
man.
think you got it. Oh, I think I got it. I was exposed to this. Hey, and more than likely, hey, them demons are growing. They are manifest.
Exactly.
And then your ass gonna be sick for real, man.
Yup, you coming down with a strep throat, you just start tripping.
Man.
You know, you might start losing a sense of smell and taste, and you fall into that. You know, I mean, I don't want to be, you know, try to always go into a testimony on myself, but that very well happened this year, man. You know, I was losing my sense of smell and taste, but hey, the spirit hopped on me. I was like, oh hell no, man, I ain't about to say and meditate. I got that shit. So I just took some black seed oil and did what I needed to do, and that's why, you know, like the brother Rob Mop said, man, we got to be in the spirit of taking them herbs, because them herbs, you know, like I say, bodily exercise profited little. These herbs will profit little. But that little can be enough to preserve you and keep you more healthy than you were yesterday. All right?
Ultimately, it goes to Yahweh Shema Shah, who has the power to heal, man. He allowed it to happen to you, and he has the power to heal, man. You know, since we going into, I know I had that shit at one point.
Yeah.
I didn't test for it or nothing, but I remember I had went to work, and it was a camp day. And I remember I was taking that back way to camp, bro. I couldn't even walk all the, I had to sit down and take a damn break, man.
Yeah.
I had no energy. It robs you of your want to.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was hard to, man, bro, it was hard to do video, all that. And brothers have made testimonies about that. But hey, the Lord brings you back to full health, man. Yeah. You know, the Lord, hey, I still came out here, you know, hey, I say that humbly. I still came out here and did the work, man. It hurt like hell. All right, but that's whatever, man. Mm-hmm. You know, hey, I always thought of it, you know, it's better to go through, like, you know, bodily injury than be plagued in the mind, man, and be bugged out. You know, you can recover from this shit, man. Yeah. You know, like that little, you know, that little motivational shit. That pain is temporary. You know, okay, yeah, you know, you go through that shit, the chastisement and whatnot. You know, but the Lord, you know, it goes back to that prayer, man. The Lord brings you back to, you gotta pray on it, man. And then, hey, get busy with the herbs, man.
Exactly.
Which was amazing.
You know, that's something that a lot of brothers is going into, you know, doing videos on. Yeah. You know, them videos needed, because you have you thinking like, you know, dang, you know, this ain't even that hard to do, where you spend a little bit more, you know, a little extra money. Yeah. But it's beneficial. Like a lot of times we can't be, you know, how you say it, you know, somebody that's what's it called when you're not broke, but you don't really like spending money. Yeah, we can't be cheap all the time, you know what I'm saying? You know, hey, a lot of us deal with that, you know, that cheap demon, I'm gonna call it, man. Hey, you be like, nah, you either get the knockoff brand, or you can do something better, but you be like, nah, you trying to save that little change. Right. You know, but hey, man, we gotta, you know, it's a lot of things we all can work on, you know.
Like Apostle Jahar, he was going into the different things, and he was like, now this might run you about $10, $11, but it's good for your health. Yeah. You know, the apostles, you know, hey, they're like our spiritual fathers, man. Yeah. They guide us in the spirit, but also just because they're up at age, they have to take care of their health, man. Yeah. You know, they was going into carrot juice and whatnot, you know, different things. And we don't think about it as much as young men, because we don't really have to deal with those same things. But, you know, hey, there's things that you can do, man. You know, like, hey, you know, try to get better about your diet. You know, stop, like, hey, try to cut out that fast food, because another reason a lot of people are getting sick is because they have sick, poor-ass diets. None of this food really has nutrients in it. And the foods that do have nutrients, you gotta pay more to have. You know, you gotta pay a little bit more, you know, but hey, that's better, you know. But that only works to an extent too. It all goes back to how about Shema Shah, man. Yeah.
And you know, not to keep on going on this too long, but I just want to say this too, you know, the point that you brought out, because I had learned a couple years ago that a lot of fatty foods, it'll fill up your mucous membranes, and that's really what causes sickness. So if you able to drain out the mucous membranes in your body, because they all over our body, and we can just, you know, have a control over that, hey, you good, you pretty much healthy, you know. But let's get Matthew 24. Start say Romans or more.
This is St. Matthew chapter 24, verse 3. It says, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world?
Wait, what? Verse 3. Oh yeah, verse 3. Oh, yes.
Verse 4 says, and Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am anointed, and shall deceive many.
Yeah. So take heed that no man deceive you, man. Those mean that come in the name of the Lord, or they don't go come in the name of the Lord per se, but they perceive themselves unto the people as being holy spiritual men. But that's not the case. So we see all that. And we're not deceived by that, man. And that's why the Lord gave us the spirit of discernment, man. We can look at the countenance on the nigga's face and tell if to believe him or not, man. Cause you know when a man lying, man, they can't look you in your eyes and look you in your face. You know, they're not going into scriptures. They're going all leaning upon their own understanding. The scriptures tell us not to do that. They do things that go against the Bible, man. And we see that, man. And you pick up on it, like, oh nah, man, something up with this nigga.
Man may be known by his looks.
Yep. Time. Yep. Dread. Like, who gonna listen to a dreadhead nigga? Like I said in the chat, man. We ain't never seen one righteous dreadhead. Man.
God, yeah.
They still smoking weed, you know, committing adulteries. They having these bullshit ass doctrines. They the main ones with the bullshit ass doctrines.
Even that nigga in the army of Israel with the dreads.
And they're trying to justify it, bro.
Yeah.
Because, hey, certain brothers, I know certain brothers that had dreads.
Yeah.
Hey, when they found out they couldn't have it, they ain't buck up. They ain't trying to make an excuse. Oh, I took the Nazarite vow. That's the biggest damn. We know that excuse already.
Right.
You know, cut that shit off, man.
Niggas always trying to find a loophole.
Exactly. It says, verse 6, and ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
Yeah, so we hearing of wars and rumors of wars with Russia, Ukraine, NATO, and the EU. You know, that's their main beef, man. With NATO and the EU. Alright, you know, they having a big, it's a lot of things going on behind the scenes that we're not knowing about. Alright, you got a presidential hopeful of France. He basically saying if he get in office, he gonna break away from the EU. Alright, and that's a heavy sign of the third woe. So they're fighting amongst each other with Satan divided against Satan. How can he stand? So all these different countries are against each other. They picking sides. Why? Because they trying to save their life, trying to save their country. But oh no, they beefing with Russia. Let me get on Russia's side. They got all this shit. But now y'all all gonna lose together either way. You know? So hey man.
It says, verse 7, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places.
Yeah, so nation rising against nation, kingdom against kingdom. All right, that's what's going on, man. It's a lot of discourse all over the place. And that's how the Most High want it, man. All right, he want these conflicts going, man. That's why he say he is the Lord of hosts, the Lord of armies, man. He want this war to stir up, and even us, man. You know, like, hey, as a man, you know. Hey man, what we gravitate to, manly things. What things of war? What we like UFC, boxing. We like war movies. Yeah, contact sports, football. All right, you know, when we see somebody about to go with it, man, it gets you hyped, man. That's how the Most High is, man. If he see things scary that happen on earth, when she calls it to come into action, hey, man, because why? Judgment is about to go out, man.
All right. Even look, that's what I can brother.
Oh, you got it.
I was gonna say, even looking at this Kazakhstan situation, which if you look on the map and see how big Kazakhstan is, dude, I'm just saying this as a man, nobody really confirmed it, but the fact that their economy collapsed, they're low-key doing a move that America will usually do. All right, the country collapsed, and you had citizens shooting at the army. There's a video of them citizens disarming the damn army to the point where Russia had to send in peacekeepers, so to speak. But hey, if Russia comes in, they're just expanding their territory, and it's actually closer to Eastern Europe. Just like they're trying to take Ukraine too. So they're low key doing a land grab, man. All right, and you know, everybody, especially these Americans, they're not paying attention. It's not even coming to their mind. But that could be a land grab by Russia because they can strategically be setting up this damn attack, and they want to be able to hit them on all fronts, man, so to speak. All right, hey, the Lord, and ultimately, you know, the Lord is putting it in the minds, like it says in Proverbs 21. All right, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. As rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. The Lord is that master chess player. He's bringing everything together. All right, putting the hooks back into the jaws of Gog and Magog, which is Russia, and strengthening them. All right, to set up World War III, man. You know, because Russia's going to play a major part in the destruction of America in World War III, man.
Major.
But if you look at Kazakhstan, man, Kazakhstan's big as hell, man. It's probably as big as basically all of Europe, man. You know, that's how big. And it sits like right below Russia, man. You know, I didn't really know about the country, but when you look on the map, you're like, man, that could be a land grab. That could be a strategic move. They basically what do they call it? They destabilized the government, the structure, because the president stepped down. Right? They don't have a president right now. They don't really have a system. And Russia can easily go in and be like, all right, boom. You know, and then they have military set up there. You know?
This whole U.S., you know, Cold War, U.S. versus Russia, that's like a big ass title fight waiting to go down, man. You know? And with this famine and pestilence going on, mainly this pestilence, that's that great bridge point. The bring in this change they trying to do, there's gonna be a big war behind it. Because why? They gotta go in and restructure all these countries to be down with the NWO. That's the ultimate goal that they trying to do. So all these nations in cahoots to an extent, they know that this war gotta happen for them to try to set up their NWO. But it's gonna come tonight. And what Winston Churchill said, I believe I forgot what was rank over there in Europe, well, whatever, Europe, Britain, whatever. But Winston Churchill, he said that what it say? Don't let a good crisis go to waste, man. So they gonna use this crisis till the wheels fall off. All right. You know, yes, it really is something going around, but they making it seem to be worse than what it really is. Cause they gonna use this to be that bridge point to bring in that NWO, to bring in the MOTB. All right, which ultimately gonna bring to the end of their society. And these devils know that.
And they know that their system is failing, the economy, and they want to bring in their digital currency. Hey, war is a big economy booster, man. That's what brought America out of the Great Depression. All right, coming out of World War I, going into World War II. That's what brought them out. They entered into World War II, man. You know, so and then hey, you know, they got some big events going on. Russia's gonna officially meet with the United States on January 10th, and then on the 12th. Russia's meeting with NATO, and they basically they're like they want certain things, but it doesn't seem like, hey, you know, Esau's dividing up even in these other countries and whatnot, because they're not trying to lift these damn sanctions, man, and that could be to their demise as well, because Russia was like, yo, we gonna invade you, we gonna take Ukraine if you don't listen to what we say, man, if you don't give us what we want. But see, hey, Esau's own pride is gonna get them fucked up in the end, man, because they really don't want smoke with Russia, man. Russia's gonna link up with China, you know, and China's gonna link up with North Korea, and Russia's also gonna link up with Iran. You see it coming together, man. And while that's coming together, I best believe Esau's is preparing the MOTB in the background, man. The Lord isn't just about to bring one prophecy and then another. No, he's bringing it all together, man. That's why the Lord said he's going to shorten the days for the elect's sake. We see everything coming together, all right, to where when it pops off, especially when that MOTB is implemented, man, World War III is going to come quick, man. It's already being put together, man. You know? Verse 8 it says, all these things, all these are the beginning of sorrow.
Yes, all these, this is just the beginning. So that means all that ain't nothing. It's going to get worse from here on out. We here at the beginning of sorrows, basically. All right? It's about to get worse, man. Lord willing, this year, this be the year, man. You got chariot sightings popping up every day, everywhere, all over the whole world. All right? So, hey, man, hey, it's no more time for games anymore. It's time to get, you know, even more serious in this work. All right, you know, take this more serious. Be more diligent. Buckle down, man. All right, because our salvation is nearer than we believe.
You know, you drop down to verse 12.
Verse 12 it says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
Yeah, because iniquity shall abound, the love of many, you know, it's going to wax cold. You know? So the more wickedness and the more destruction that's coming upon this earth, the more the less love people will have for one another. They're like, oh man, my family need to eat, I need to eat. You know, you're gonna ultimately see how selfish people are in this country, because right now, where they giving the woman sympathy, all right, like the video you did about the woman, they giving her sympathy, you know, but it's gonna come to a time where people not gonna feel sorry for these women.
Right.
They're not gonna be like, oh, you know, and send her money. You know, what you gonna do in that day? You gonna send them credits off your chip? All right, you gonna be like, oh, I feel sorry for this woman. Let me send her a few credits. You know. You know, soon as they implement, well, it ain't gonna get too far. But soon as they start doing their rollout, you're gonna see a lot of shit change. That whole old world mindset gonna be gone. It's gonna be everybody for themselves, man. It's gonna get real bloody out here.
Bring it.
It's gonna get real dangerous, and people don't understand. But let's continue.
Verse 13 it says, but he that shall endure to the end, the same shall be saved.
Yeah, so he that endured to the end, the same shall be saved. This is about enduring, man. The race ain't given to the swift. Yeah, you might feel like we repeating ourselves over and over, but really we not, man. Because everything that come out in the media and the news, we're filtering it right back to the scriptures, man. Everything is filtered to the scriptures. Really, it's new things coming out every day. But it's just that the scriptures are so faithfully true that, hey man, it talked about it already. Alright? You know, it's just you niggas don't want to accept reality. You're like, oh man, y'all been pushing that message from since back when and all this. That means you really don't believe, man. You're not trying to endure. Alright, and it's mainly be people that subscribe to what they call the One West doctrine, but they fell out and they became niggers, man. They became scoffers. And they just saying that like, man, you know, we still be here living. Right? That's why people say, oh, they'll say, oh, we gave up our life. Alright, I'll be willing to do that, to give up my life to serve the Lord. They don't understand we're willingly doing this, man. We don't give a damn. Yeah, we don't even got a life anyway. Oh, why? You got a job that pay you like $27 an hour for you to get all this bullshit that really don't bring you happiness, man.
And you paying rent on everything.
Yeah, living to be
on the car and all that.
Yeah, living to be a slave, like what somebody said. You living to make somebody else rich. That's how stupid you people is, man. You know? But we trying to endure to the end, man. We trying to do. We don't give a damn. We might go at it with people, do videos on people. Really, we don't really give a damn what you people think. Y'all just letting us know that, you know, that the scriptures are faithful and true, because the Lord told us in the last days it's going to be scoffers, walking after their own lust, man. You know, y'all just trying to fill a void within yourself, because y'all don't like y'all lives. So why? What y'all want? Y'all want to make yourself bigger than what y'all are, man. Y'all at a shitty ass job, which we all be a shitty ass job. Y'all at a shitty ass job. All right, but you trying to uplift yourself. You know, but yeah, let's get verse 14.
It says, verse 14, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come.
Yeah, so this gospel got to be preached to the whole world, to the four corners of the earth, man. All right, then the end shall come, and this word had already fulfilled what it was meant to accomplish, man. That's why the Most High said that His word's not going to return unto Him void, man. All right, He had done the will that He had sent it forth to do. All right, yeah, we still have, you know, hopeful elect coming in. All right, we still got the 1/3 of the multitude. All right, but pretty much, man, hey, man, you know, as soon as they shut the YouTube down, They already see that other brothers is migrating to other apps, you know, Odyssey and the things, you know, BitChute and other places to push his word, you know. But hey, man, YouTube being that main platform that push this word all around the world, man. You know. So once YouTube go down and really start monitoring, they already sent out the new policies. You know, nobody gonna read all this shit. No telling what they put in that shit, man. So basically, man, we already know what time it is, man.
We all kinds of bots on the channels and shit now. Like I noticed lately.
Some bot now.
Yeah, like they'll be saying they got little codes, and then I be noticing it'd be like a lot of Russian language too.
Yeah.
You know, so they watch it like a bug.
Yeah, that's believe we being watched, whether in real life or on the internet.
Yeah, man.
So you came and put your foot in this word. That's why the Lord said, you take your hand from the plow, you're not fit to come into the kingdom. Because you come out and do this work and you turn back, it's going to be something, you know, we don't know how it's going to play out. But if you turn your back from doing the work, hey man, you know, you setting yourself up to be an enemy. Because why? You know too much. Alright? You know where brothers hang out at, you know where brothers camp at. Alright, so hey man, so the Most High is gonna take your ass out. You're not fit for the kingdom, man.
Well, like the scripture say, if any man draw back, my soul shall have no pleasure in it.
Right.
But we are not of them that draw back. Tradition. You know, we trying to make it to the end. You know, we trying to make it to the missile drop. You know.
And what it's all about, especially if you knew it coming in, it's all about giving yourself that fighting chance. We don't know for sure if we part of the elect, but we for damn sure gonna fight. Fight to be. You know? But
I got one scripture I wanted to bring it out a little early. This is a good scripture. This is Philippians chapter 2 and verse 3. It says, "Let nothing be done through strife or vainglory, but in lowliness of mind let each esteem other
for strife or vainglory. Don't do things because you know you had that nigga spirit. You can stir other brothers up. You know, for envy and strife. You know, don't do it for vainglory. So it can be like, oh yeah, the brother said, yeah, he said this was gonna happen and it happened. No, the Most High said this was gonna happen and it happened. Yahweh Shai said this was gonna happen and it happened, man. That's where all the glory go to, man. All right. What the other part says?
It says, actually, let me read a verse above it. Verse 2, it says, "Fulfill you my joy, that ye be like-minded, having the same love, being of one accord, of one mind."
Yeah, so we got to be of one mind, one accord, having the same love, man. You know, like Yahweh Shai, they don't have respect of persons. So, you know, for the most extent, you know, we shouldn't have respect of persons. You know, yeah, you're going to gravitate, you know, to watch certain Akia more than others. But hey, man, we got to love each other on the same accord, being one mind. All right? That's what it's about, man. You know?
Verse 3, "Let nothing be done through strife or vainglory, but in lowliness of mind, let each esteem others better than themselves."
Yeah, so in lowliness of mind, you know, we have to esteem others as if ourselves, man. That goes to that daily exhortation, that edification, man. We do these videos. See, we don't do these videos for 2/3 scoffs at the end of the day, but you know they gonna come. We do this to build each other up. To be like, you know, we watchmen to each other. You know, it might be something that you haven't looked up, but a brother will do a video on it, and you get edified from it because you be like, yeah, man, they do go back to the scriptures. Yeah, you know, this was gonna happen. So we do this for each other at the end of the day. We do this, you know, to do the works of the Heavenly Father and the Son, and we doing this to keep each other going, man.
Like Paul said, I endure all things for the elect's sake.
Cause say if brothers learned this truth but kept it to themselves and won't doing videos, you'll have way more brothers giving up in the faith, man. Cause they'll be like, man, I got this knowledge, you know, other brothers got this knowledge. Why ain't we spreading it? You know? Cause that would keep the faith going. That's how the spirit moves. Cause like, hey, you'll come across another brother doing a video and the spirit will hop on you to do a video. You know?
Just like how fire spreads, man. If you're not going out preaching the word, you're not doing your videos, All right, it's like your fire doesn't have oxygen on it. But hey, that oxygen, you know, you do it by way of, you can, you know, compare it to the internet or whatnot, it's being spread. All right, so then that fire becomes a big fire. You know, and now it's a big ass bonfire, and brothers are on fire, man. You know, that's why the Lord said He wants you either hot or cold. You know, now if you lukewarm, you got a little medium ass fire. You know, which every brother has his own portion of faith. But hey, you gotta use what you got to the fullness, man. All right, the Lord see that. You know, but you can't be half-assed and not going to your full potential, because the Lord don't like that, man. You know, He'll just put your fire out, so to speak, or to take your fire and give it to somebody else, man. You know, going into the parable of the talents. You know, you can't sit on what the Lord gave you, man.
Like the Lord said, you know, His spirit is as of a consuming fire. But see, look how, you know, how the camp started, man. It went from, you know, you had camps back then, but when this truth really took off was when the elders and apostles started teaching on the YouTube, man. And back then, YouTube was nothing but bullshit, ass shaking, and fights, man. Some nigga shit, man. So that's how you know it's the balance for the twerk. Yeah. So, and they still doing that shit to this day. So you know, the elders and apostles, when they came on the YouTube, this spread it like a wildfire, man. You know, from what 2007, 8ish, all the way till now, you got camps everywhere, man. And we're consuming fire to this place because we telling this place everything was going to fall upon it, and people hate us, man. People down here, you know, they'll walk by, they can care less, you know, but hey, man, the will of the Heavenly Father has been done by us preaching these words. Hey, every weekend when we come out with these scriptures, hey, it be hopping off the pages, man. The Lord be bringing same judgment that same night, or a day later, or that week later. So much that happened, and it'll be a lot from what brothers had already spoke on that camp day. That's how you know this is the truth, man. And we got the truth. It's only up to us if we're gonna hold on to it or not. And that really ain't even up to us. That's up to the Heavenly Father and the Son. They see you fit to be a man of the Lord, you're gonna stay in this thing. You're not fit to be a man of the Lord, or you already fulfilled your job that you was meant to do. Or by the way of, you know, if you fall out, those are the will of the Heavenly Father. You already fulfilled your role. You know, like Judas, he already fulfilled his role, and the Lord didn't have no more use for him, so he ended up taking himself out because he didn't have no purpose. Same with you niggas, man. That fell out of the truth. Y'all, you know, lost y'all purpose. That's why y'all lost y'all oil, lost the truth, because y'all already fulfilled y'all role. Y'all was made to be an example of because it was written in the word that it was going to be scoffers, you know, and scorners, you know, and that's what role y'all end up fulfilling, because somebody had to play that role. You know, we all got a role in the movie, man. You know, and we understand. That's why I say evil men understand not judgment. We understand that judgment got to befall on the earth. But we see that as befalling on the wicked, and it's befalling on people. You might not think that they was wicked, but you don't know what they did in their past life. You don't know what the Lord told, what they have to do, what's going to happen to them when they come back on this earth. Because everybody got their own role. That's why you can't get emotional, get caught up in the things that go on this earth, because it happened for a reason. Everything happened for a reason.
I wanted to just make one more mention of the comparison with the fire. Fire also produces what? Light. We're that light that shines in the darkness, man. You know, you go into Thessalonians, all right, and a lot of our people, they're showing they hate the light, man. You know, spiritually, they some fucking roaches, man. Because what happens when you shine a light on roaches? They scatter, man. You know, they get all disgruntled. You know, and that's why, hey, this whole rap the news situation, it activated a bunch of damn bug ants. You know, like the scripture saying in Hebrews 4:12, for the word of the Most High is quick and powerful, and sharper than any two-edged sword, man. You know, and then their natural, since they're carnal as hell, their first thing to do is just blame the men. Fuck GMS. Okay, man. Okay. Now, not fuck Esau. You know, not fuck all the lies you've been told all this time, but now it's fuck GMS. Okay. You know, like the scripture say, every other word a man shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment, man. So keep doing what you're doing, you know?
Yeah, man. This is the year of the turn up, man. The Lord, it's like the Lord is turning up, man.
Right.
Each day that's going by, something getting turned up. The third woe, pushing the MOTV. And you scoffers turning up, obviously. So hey man, hey, everything is about to be turned up and revealed, man. So we in that day, man. So with that being said, you have spiritual power. You know, so Lord willing, this do be the year, man. You know, brothers, you know, get that power, you know, heal, of course. But hey man, Lord willing, the Lord put the spirit on, you know, somebody, hey, get the beats put on. But hey man, because definitely, man, it's people out here that need it. Yeah. So that being said, Lord willing, is an edifying and uplifting count. So with that, I want to give all praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Kakodash.
double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, the rule will and teach will, and salutations to you, Akim, that's continuing to push this word and faithfulness and truthfulness. Shalom.
Cold, isn't it?
Yeah, man.
So you hit stop. Let me show you.